Every year, thousands of animal lives quietly come to an end on those cold, unforgiving tracks. These collisions don't just cause heavy property damage, they also push people to the fragile line between life and death, where a single careless moment can cost a life. Just one moment of inattention, one wrong decision, is enough to create irreversible consequences. Livestock should never be allowed to wander near railway lines. Safety fences and strict management are the only line of defense between life and death. A westbound local train was climbing uphill at high speed and nearly collided with a flock of ducks that suddenly crossed the tracks, creating a heart-stopping and intensely tense moment. The cautious engineer slowed down in time, keeping the ducklings safe and allowing their mother to return and reunite with them. A train thundered past just inches away, nearly taking the life of a chicken crossing the tracks. In that brief moment, a collision became unavoidable. The line between life and death came down to a split second as 7 cows miraculously crossed the tracks just ahead of a slowing train in Tezpur, Assam. This heart-stopping moment left viewers shaken and served as a powerful warning about the dangers along railway lines. Trains are among the most dangerous machines ever created by humans. They move at terrifying speeds, carrying the immense mass of dozens of rail cars. Once in motion, there is almost no way to stop them. The force of impact doesn't just destroy bodies, it also leaves lasting trauma for those who witness it. A pig suddenly rushed straight into the path of a high-speed train, was violently thrown off the tracks, and suffered severe injuries. In the darkness of night, a large pig suddenly appeared on the tracks and was struck head-on by a high-speed train, creating a tense and haunting moment. The incident highlights the extreme danger railways pose to both animals and humans and serves as a powerful warning about the need for proper animal management and control to prevent them from entering active rail areas. After tragedies like these, do farmers truly wake up? Or will history continue to repeat itself again and again because of a single moment of negligence? This small dog was suddenly pulled beneath the train, its entire body trembling as if there were no escape. That snake likely never understood the power of the oncoming train, moving forward blindly, driven by instinct alone. And then, as its head touched the cold steel wheel, the cost of a single mistake became far too great. One reckless step, one impulsive decision is enough to leave a wound that never truly heals. There was once a snake trapped beneath the tracks, its fate seemingly already sealed. It's time for stronger, stricter oversight. Railway authorities and stations need more than just fences. They must also focus on education and reminders. Never allow pets or livestock to wander near the tracks. Railway tracks are not a place for livestock. But a cow still risked crossing, ignoring the train's whistle, tearing through the air. In an instant, the tragedy was sealed. A train, a machine weighing thousands of tons, barrels forward at unstoppable speed. Freely near railway tracks. Safe enclosures need to be built and strict management enforced. The entire flock of sheep suddenly surged onto the tracks, blocking the oncoming train. The train had to slow down and stop to ensure the safety of both the sheep and the passengers on board. A stray dog wandered along the tracks and realized the train was coming too late. But unfortunately, the tragedy occurred. The train was speeding toward the tracks when it suddenly collided with two sheep that appeared in its path. The serious accident was averted just in time when the shepherd quickly spotted the approaching train at Manjari Budro. Thanks to his alertness and immediate reaction, he herded the flock off the tracks by a hair's breadth. At Kotlakpat station, a buffalo crossed the tracks just as the train was speeding toward it and was struck head-on. A large buffalo suddenly charged right in front of the train at Raiwind station, Pakistan. In a heart-stopping moment, it managed to veer off the tracks and narrowly escape disaster. A horrifying moment unfolded as the train suddenly barreled toward and collided with a herd of buffalo on the tracks, all captured unintentionally. This heartbreaking incident serves as a serious warning. Never bring livestock near railway areas to avoid tragic accidents. While in motion, the 2,477 Jodhpur-Jaipur Intercity Express suddenly collided with a cow crossing the tracks. The accident happened in an instant, captured live, showing the danger when livestock enters railway areas. It's time for stronger and stricter management measures. Railway authorities and stations need more than just fences. In a life-or-mat moment, the bear quickly dashed to the roadside, moving away from the tracks just before the train thundered past. Even a 1-second delay could have led to disaster, but quick reflexes allowed it to narrowly escape danger. A black bear was suddenly spotted as the high-rail vehicle moved along the tracks, causing a traffic obstruction. A pigeon suddenly collided with the windshield at the front of the high-speed train barreling forward. The moment happened in the blink of an eye, leaving viewers stunned at the train's incredible speed. The incident serves as a reminder of the unpredictable risks when nature intersects with modern technology. The bird almost got caught by the nose of the Amtrak train speeding at 125 miles per minute. This is post-dubbers. In a heart-stopping moment, it managed to soar up, narrowly escaping the collision. The Amtrak train, speeding along, suddenly collided with a deer crossing the tracks. The impact happened in the blink of an eye. Starcross Station on September 2, 2012, a bird suddenly flew across and was struck by the oncoming train. A bird collided with the train speeding at 125 miles in Rugby, creating a fleeting yet haunting moment. In just an instant, the train's immense power and speed revealed the danger when nature intersects with the railway. As the railway, not everyone is lucky. A small donkey panicked, struggling in desperation as the train drew too close, and then it was over. It appeared that the train was unable to control its speed, and the poor deer stood in a blind spot, causing the tragic accident to occur. A stray dog was pulled beneath the train. Its entire body trembled as if there were no way out. A heart-stopping moment as a young deer was struck by a train on the tracks. Fortunately, the deer survived the accident. In Sheridan, New York, Amtrak trains numbers 48, 19, and 207 nearly collided with deer that suddenly crossed the tracks, creating a series of heart-stopping moments. A haunting live moment in the darkness of night as a poor donkey was struck by the high-speed Shalimar Express near the Toba Tek Singh area. The train operator spotted an elephant crossing the tracks in time and reacted quickly to prevent a serious accident. But the root cause doesn't lie in animal instinct. They're only doing the one thing they know how to do, trying to survive. The train stopped in time after spotting a herd of elephants crossing the tracks. It seemed as though this python's fate had already been sealed. A heartbreaking accident occurred in India when a moving train collided with two elephants walking along the tracks, killing them both. The incident left many people heartbroken and once again sounded the alarm about the serious danger between railways and wildlife. The real culprit is lax management. Without timely action, these deaths will never stop. Their bodies cannot pass through the narrow gaps beneath train cars, and the outcome is almost always death. Farmers must closely manage their livestock and never allow them to roam freely in areas with railway tracks. A stray dog wandered onto the tracks and realized the train was coming too late. But fortunately, it found a gap and quickly ran off the tracks safely. After tragedies like these, do farmers truly learn their lesson? Or will history keep repeating itself just because of a moment of distraction? What about you? How can we reduce these heartbreaking accidents? A small donkey, panicked and full of fear, struggled desperately to get off the tracks, but the train was too close. Unfortunately, it was already too late. A train accident was captured live when the speeding train collided with an animal crossing the tracks. The moment happened in the blink of an eye, but was haunting, exposing the brutal clash between the power of steel and the fragility of wildlife. A coaster car stopped just a few centimeters from the animal, narrowly escaping disaster. But the fear lingered on. A cow tried to cross the tracks, ignoring the oncoming train's horn. In the blink of an eye, the collision became unavoidable. The train is one of the deadliest machines on Earth, moving at terrifying speeds and carrying the massive weight of dozens of cars. The fate of this moose seemed already sealed. Tens of thousands of sheep roamed freely across the vast plains, but in the distance, the train horn sounded, growing louder and closer. Fortunately, the train driver was able to control the speed in time and guide the flock safely off the tracks, with all the sheep unharmed. An accident was captured live in Amaravati when a high-speed train kept sounding its horn but still collided with a goat crossing the tracks. A small goat panicked, struggling in desperation as the train drew too close. And then it fortunately and safely escaped the train. Black bear suddenly appeared as the high-rail vehicle moved along the railway. This rare moment in the wild sparked both curiosity and fear among the passengers and train driver. For larger animals, like donkeys or cows, hope is nearly non-existent. The gap beneath the train is too narrow, and the outcome is usually only one. A frenzied moose stood right on the tracks, seemingly challenging the oncoming train. It didn't run, but faced it head-on. The horses suddenly wandered onto the track, standing in the middle of the dangerous railway line. What seemed like a peaceful moment was actually full of risk. Their bodies cannot pass through the narrow gaps beneath train cars, and the outcome is almost always death. Farmers must closely manage their livestock and animals and never allow them to roam freely in areas with railway tracks. Protecting animal safety is also protecting the farmer's property and the care they dedicate to them. What about you? How can we reduce these heartbreaking accidents? Share your thoughts in the comments. Every year, thousands of animals lose their lives on railway tracks. These dangerous collisions not only cause severe damage, but also put human lives at risk. Today, we're taking a closer look at these heartbreaking incidents and why just a single moment of carelessness can lead to the worst possible consequences. Never allow livestock to roam freely near railway tracks. Build strong protective fences and enforce strict management measures. This moment of luck was truly remarkable. The goat walked along the edge of the tracks despite the danger, but managed to avoid the train and escape without a single injury. An unfortunate goat was struck by the Suhaildev Express right on the railway tracks in India. It happened so fast that no one could intervene, leaving passers-by both shocked and heartbroken. The lucky cat survived a close call near the tracks as the train passed by. Thankfully, it wasn't injured. This clever cat just had a heart-pounding adventure near the tracks. Once in motion, stopping them is nearly impossible. A single careless moment can turn into an irreversible tragedy. A stray cat wandered onto the tracks and realized the train was coming far too late. But thanks to sheer luck, a tragedy was avoided. On a quiet stretch of CSX railway, an unexpected moment unfolded as a deer wandered near the tracks while a train came rushing in. In a split second, the deer showed lightning-fast reflexes, dodging the train and escaping safely. What about you? What can we do to reduce these heartbreaking accidents? Will this young goat escape the death closing in? An elephant was unfortunately injured after a collision with a train, creating a moment that left many people shocked and heartbroken. A tense, live moment as a large herd of buffalo suddenly appeared on the tracks and was struck by the high-speed Green Line Express. Share your thoughts in the comments. Letting livestock roam freely near railway tracks may seem harmless, but in reality, it's a hidden danger. It all happened too fast. The speed seemed impossible to control in the face of the unexpected. A heartbreaking train accident occurred when the Rajdhani Express collided with a dog on the tracks, dragging the poor animal along with the railcars. A train accident was captured live when the Ernakulam-Patna Express suddenly collided with a pig that appeared on the tracks. The incident not only shocked viewers but also served as a powerful warning about the risks of animals entering railway areas, threatening the safety of both the train and its passengers. The collision is only a matter of time. Loss and destruction ultimately all stem from human carelessness. And the most frightening thing isn't the unstoppable power of the train, but our own indifference. Their bodies can't fit through the narrow gaps beneath the rail cars, and the outcome is almost always fatal. Protecting animal safety also means protecting farmers' property and the bond of care they share with their animals. It's time for stronger and stricter management. Railway authorities and stations need more than just fences. They must also focus on education and constant reminders: never allow pets or livestock to wander near the tracks. Livestock should never be allowed to wander near railway lines. Safety fences and strict management are the only line of defense between life and death. In the final seconds, the deer jumped away just in time, escaping what could have been a devastating collision. A herd of deer was hit head-on by a train, and the accident happened in an instant, creating a horrifying scene that sent chills through everyone watching. Trains are among the most dangerous machines on Earth, moving at terrifying speeds while carrying the massive weight of dozens of rail cars. Once in motion, stopping them is nearly impossible. The force of impact is extremely powerful. A single careless moment can turn into an irreversible tragedy. Smaller animals may occasionally survive if they can fit into the narrow gap beneath the train, depending on the train's structure. But for medium or large animals like donkeys, the chance of survival is almost zero. Their bodies can't fit through the narrow gaps beneath the train cars, and the result is almost always fatal. Farmers must control their livestock and never allow them to roam freely near active railway lines. Protecting animal safety also means protecting farmers' property and the emotional bonds they share with their animals. In Crystal Lake, Illinois, a Metra train narrowly avoided colliding with a deer that suddenly appeared on the tracks on April 25, 2024, creating a breath-holding moment for both the engineer and onlookers. This dangerous situation serves as a clear reminder of the risks posed when wildlife appears along railway lines. A heart-stopping moment unfolded when a high-speed train suddenly struck a pigeon on the tracks. A monkey was once trapped on the tracks with a train closing in, its fate seemingly sealed. But as the wheels rolled past and left a narrow gap, it leapt up and escaped, as if it had been granted a second life. That moment wasn't just luck for the dog, but a reminder that even in the darkest hours, there is still a way out if we are patient enough to wait and brave enough to take it. It's time for stricter and more effective management. Railway authorities and train stations need more than just fences. Tens of thousands of ducks wandered across the fields, but in the distance, the sound of a train horn echoed, growing closer and closer. Loss and destruction ultimately all stem from human carelessness. After tragedies like these, will farmers truly wake up? Or will history repeat itself because of a single careless moment? What about you? How can we reduce these heartbreaking accidents? A heartbreaking train accident occurred when the Indian Railways Rajdhani Express struck a dog on the tracks, leaving many people shocked and deeply saddened. The small dog was suddenly pulled beneath the train, its entire body trembling as if there were no escape. If it stayed calm and waited, without rushing to cross the tracks, a chance of survival might actually have been possible.